Research Tour is a program that began in 2002. It's designed to immerse students in topics, history, art, and culture relevant to the African American experience. We pick a location, travel to that location, immerse them in tours, lectures, workshops, all designed to fill them up with information. We come back to campus and we take all of that information and we create an artistic response.
Well, we have been planning to go to New Orleans for almost a year now. It was extremely disappointing when we found out that due to the weather that we could not go to New Orleans. It was extremely important to, one, keep, regardless of any situation, we always want to keep a promise to our students. And we want them to learn how to adapt. And in order for them to learn that, we actually have to show it.
Over the last 3 days, we've had an immersive experience where they weren't actually able to go to New Orleans, so New Orleans came to them.
Second lines and funeral processions, jazz funerals, are very, very, very important to the overall culture of New Orleans, specifically to the African American culture. It was important then to try to teach them not only the importance of it, but how it's done, how the steps are done, how the pain is exemplified, and how you move when you do the funeral dirge. And then what is the second line when you throw up the umbrellas and you throw out the white handkerchiefs and you start celebrating the life of the person. The first, the funeral dirge, you mourn the loss of the person. The second line is when you celebrate the life of a person.
My favorite memory? Lord, there's so many. Probably seeing Big Chief come in as we were learning the moves for second line. He twisted his knee on up, got on the ground, turned around. I was like, yeah, he just fell in line. He just knew what he was doing.
One of the most important things we learned was the importance of preserving our culture and our history, and that's like our legacy.
I do hope that they take back with them how important this culture is to us and that we're committed to it. We were not presenting something that was foreign to us, that we don't live ourselves, that we're practitioners of what we are actually lecturing on. So I hope they remember that that they met 3 individuals who are the real deal, who are really practicing what they preach and have devoted their lives to sharing this information with the world. What I want them to know about New Orleans is that it is really a place of love and celebrations. The community just loves up on people all the time. And sometimes it's our demise, you know, but we really do love people. We love entertaining them, we love feeding them, we love dancing with them, we love to make them feel loved.
I think people should know about New Orleans that New Orleans is not Bourbon Street. They should know that New Orleans is not the French Quarter. That they have to get beyond the tourist trap and see the city, the people, the culture, and the essence of who we are.
Learning about the history of New Orleans, particularly not just the city itself, but also the Black essence of New Orleans. Its history is rich civil rights history that a lot of people don't talk about. I think one of the biggest points was learning that Plessy versus Ferguson was a case that happened in New Orleans. The fact that we know the case very well when it comes to the civil rights movement, but it was removed from the location of where it actually was started, and to have that opportunity to learn that information was amazing. it was Miss Renee and the staff's decision to put our lives first and our safety first in making the decision to cancel because of Hurricane Nate, even though that was something that they really, really, really wanted for us to have, but also because they put our safety first, but they also wanted to put our education and our experience and our growth and development first by ensuring that the research tour wouldn't be canceled, that we would have an alternative. And the fact that they found that alternative so quickly and it was executed so well, I mean, they literally brought world-class artists and they really brought world-class customer service and care and quality to everything that they've done. So thank you for all of that.
I know it took a lot of time, dedication, last minute switches, and just patience for the whole process. We're trying to get us to not go to New Orleans and then figure out where to go. And I just want to thank them for even taking the time to make sure that New Orleans still came to us even though we couldn't go to New Orleans.
Thank you. I don't think they know, well, they probably do know just how transformative this is for some of us on a spiritual level and on a level of self-development and self-improvement, and just being able to reflect and to learn about so much history and about so much culture, and then also how this is affecting us now. And so I think that's very powerful, and research tours like this are ways to do that, and they provide us with the resources and tools we need to better ourselves.
Most importantly, I want these African American artists, students to know, as W.E.B. Du Bois said, everything we do as a people must be for us, near us, by us, and about us, period.